He prayed to God in his room. Please, somebody is making noise. And God told him that when the time comes, he will send men. So it is something that is very, very deep. And when this time comes, the speed you see now, it should have been more faster. But because Nigeria, with the agent within IPOB, did a lot of damage unexpectedly. Like nobody envisioned what happened. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. So after when that thing happened, the Nigerian government believed that now it is the end. Everybody saw how they bragged. They were even giving press statement in Hausa language so that we will not understand what was said. It happened. The heaven did not fall. Malami gave a press statement when something that has to do with the entire people who call themselves Nigeria.
That's correct.
And the people were addressed in Hausa. Do you understand Hausa language? How many people understand Hausa? You know, so this is a pure celebration of the end of Biafra to us. But you know, God said, when the time comes, I will send men. And when he was captured, that was that time that God told him, the time is now that I have raised men to come. Immediately he was captured, God raised men. All of you here are part of those people and those men that God raised. Because without you, there is nothing, this speed you are talking about will not be there. So God have used each and every one of you. Even if you have put 1 naira, you are part of this movement. You are part of this speed you are talking about. So, my brother, this speed is not enough. It is not what I wanted to be more. I want this speed to be a rocket. And we are still getting there. Because let me tell you, you know how the agents, you know, they like blackmail, they like propaganda. We don't do propaganda. Our own is practical. And one thing is this, in a freedom fighting like this, there are certain things we are making public. The reason why we make this in public is so our people who their brain has been damaged because of the system, corrupt system, and the complicity of Nigeria will start to think. Otherwise, we're not supposed to be shouting on social media, you know. Sometimes there are some certain things we do, and the reason we do it is to tell the people that something is happening. And without that, they will not show up. Because we understand the mentality that Nigeria have inflicted on our people. So you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt as a criminal case for your people to actually know that you are indeed really wanting to liberate them. So we go and do something what we shouldn't have been doing on social media. Because when you look at other people fighting for freedom, you see the unification of the people, you see the unity in them, you see that everybody wants freedom, even when you are not doing it the way they want. But for the fact that you are shouting there is a freedom unit, everybody will join you. But in our own, no, not like that. The people who claim to be fighting for the freedom will tell you that instead you get this freedom, let everybody die. That is to show you that people who have been shouting this freedom were not actually fighting for freedom. It is the same thing every other person have done in the past. Anybody that wants freedom, you don't need to go and start telling the person that is going to get it or saying he's going to get the freedom. Instead, he will get the freedom, let everybody die. It means you never fought for freedom from the beginning. It means that all the thing you were doing was not actually for freedom. And somebody told me in confidence that they have observed the freedom, the agitation for the Biafra freedom, and every other thing that was happening was just a political pressure group, which I have consistently said on social media, that these people are political pressure group. And that was why I gave them the name IPOB Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was caught in the cobweb of these people. They used him, they used his position very, very well for their own benefit. Many of them used him to get connection to the governors. Many of them used him to get connection to the commissioners. Many of them used him to expand their criminality within Biafra territory. This is what is happening. And he knew, but the way out was a problem. You know, there is a place there is a way you find yourself in the midst of problem. You want to play along until God will do magic. That was actually what happened. Because he cannot have these people and still be looking for 100 men. He was not hidden. But how will it happen? He doesn't know. And for the fact that he has made a lot of I am telling you, because this is somebody I have had meeting one-on-one several times where none of these people were part of this meeting. And I know what we discussed before we meet the people we are meeting. So, you know, there is this, when you lose a lot of things in what you are doing, instead of losing everything, you will want to hang on there and wait for the right time to come when God will intervene and things will take its shape. That actually will happen. Unfortunately, he got kidnapped. And when I was making exposition, I told Biafrans, there are people who betrayed him on afterthought. Afterthought, betrayal. Yes. It does not necessarily mean that they were part of the planning to kidnap him in Kenya. But after the kidnap, they took the advantage. It becomes afterthought. Based on the event that was unfolding, based on some certain decisions or directive he gave, they become a violence against him. So they took the turn and joined those who actually participated in planning the kidnap. So there are different categories of betrayal in this. So we need this speed you talked about in order to cover over 50 years since 1999, after the 1970, we suffered till 1999 when Wazirike started, and there was nothing to show for it. So we need to cover those things that they did not do, which we are doing now. The structure of government, you cannot be fighting for freedom and you have people who don't know what to do, who don't know how to represent you in international level, who are not presentable, who does not meet any requirement criteria of a state manhood. That there is not just 0.1 person in this whole IPOB that parade themselves at the leadership. Which one person will go and say, I am representing you, and he will be regarded as a statesman? Just mention one person. There is none. And these are the things that decision makers in international community look at. Is it the people that are going to control the nation? Nobody is going to listen to you. And that's why because they know that they were not actually fighting for Biafra. I am saying this thing now in details. I may even say it more when our satellite will be on air. Because they thought that we are not broadcasting again and all that. But I don't know that we are still coming. We will come with it to quake. The broadcast that is coming now is going to hit the zoo like earthquake, because everything is set, every structure is set, everything from the de facto to the Biafra government in exile to the defense forces to the Biafra Justice Ministry to the next we are hitting on air now is the aviation ministry, the Biafra aviation. I am telling you, you don't know what is coming. We will scatter this whole thing and build it again, and we are going to become one of the best countries, especially the civilization will begin from Biafra in Africa. I am telling you the fact. So everybody should just watch. There is nothing we do today that is over speed. It is something that needed to have been done since many years when this whole thing started, and nobody did it. So we want to take our time. So when you see this speed going, we are taking time to do it. Believe me, we are taking time. When you see it happening now, it has been a very long time from the beginning coming. So we're just putting those things together, those things together. And now that we have finished with the structure of the government, what you are going to be seeing in the next few coming weeks or months is the lobbies of the Biafra government in exile. We are going to see You are going to see Biafra being discussed at the Congress. You are going to see the recognition of Biafra government. Those things that people were asking, where is the lobbies? Where is it? You are going to see it now. Because when you have people to lobby for you, you have something they are lobbying about. Not just because you are an agitator. Okay? You not just lobby for agitate because you're agitating for freedom, go out somebody to lobby for you. It doesn't work like that. You need to have something in place that will convince the people you are going to lobby. You're going to the office to lobby for the recognition of your government. If we are still doing IPOB, for example, and we're going to go and lobby, what are we lobbying for? What are we lobbying for? What you are going to lobby for is to present yourself as a government, as the only legitimate government whom the Biafra people has given their allegiance to, and the only recognized government by the same Biafra people that will speak on their behalf. So the government that you are lobbying to must have that particular understanding that you are now standing to speak for the Biafra people. Nigeria have lost the legitimacy through the actions and the inactions of the Biafra people from the civil disobedient and what have you. So that evidence are there. So these are the things you put in place. You know, when we are shouting, sit at home must continue. They will say, what have you gained? This is what we gain. This is one of them. The legitimization of the people that are representing Nigeria with the Biafra land. They have lost that particular trust in the people. They have threatened them. If you don't go to work, they will sack you. Nobody listened. They have said, if you don't open shop, you're going to lock it. Nobody listened. They understand it. But you know what? They lied. They say, you are destroying the economy. They know you are not destroying the economy, but they are fighting to save their asses. And we stick well because we know what we are doing. But many of these criminals do not understand it. They are now fighting for Nigeria. They tell you, sit at home, you're destroying everywhere. Sit at home is better than throwing bombs. And if we come to the point of throwing that bombs, we're going to throw it. But yet, not this time. We want to fight a very systematic war, not like before. And that systematic war is what we are using to defeat them. They will continue to cry, and we will continue to move mountain in the international community. And the next thing you are going to be seeing before this November, December declaration, you are going to see that many people, many countries will recognize Biafra as independent. Just watch, mark my word today. You are going to be seeing recognition because we have moved towards that direction. And it is a diplomatic war that we are fighting to make other nations recognize Biafra. And already many countries are on the pipeline. You're going to see it happen before November, December. Thank you.
Yeah. Quickly for the final one. You know, since last month, you unveiled the currency. Nigerian terrorist country, they are let loose. They are running helter-skelter, even in the National Assembly. Now, I don't know how prepared, because they're going to attack our portal. I don't know how prepared you are for that, because they're going to train people now to come attack our portal.
We are aware of that, and if they attack our border, or it's not a new thing.
No, I mean our portal.
Okay, you mean okay? I thought you said border. Okay, you mean our portal? Nobody will attack our portal. I'm assuring you that nobody will attack our portal. The only thing is that they will block it, that you will not access it from the zoo, which is normal. We don't care. Actually, it is people can access it through the VPN and all that. So we are setting up that particular possibility to bypass with the VPN. You know, in a cryptocurrency, sometimes they don't allow the VPN. So we are working on that to make that bypass possible. Apart from that, nobody will attack this. And let me tell you that we have gone far with innovation, especially within this government. One is that the Biafra Security Administration website is built and controlled by Biafra. And if you go to the entire Africa, I don't think any country today have more secured and a security featured ID card like the Biafra government in exile. Even from exile, we have a facial recognition, Gmail verification, integrated platform into the website. So who can beat that? From exile, we are not yet controlling a sovereign state, but from exile, we already have a security featured ID card to make sure there is no fraud. So that fraud has been eliminated. You can never duplicate that Biafra ID card. You can never get two ID cards with a separate name, with two different names, because the junior verification will not approve you, to identify you immediately that you have applied before. That have eliminated anything forgery from our ID card, and we are going to use it to enter our passport, issuing a passport. In Nigeria today, anybody can have passport, both terrorists from anywhere, just when you have your money. But in Biafra, government in exile, we have eliminated it even from ID card. So the portal can never be attacked. That's the promise we are giving to Biafra people. And again, our satellite TV, satellite radio, and then also our social media app, which I have not even mentioned. That one is coming. You are going to have a free communication, just like you are using in WhatsApp. You know, I've been saying this thing for a very long time. It is costing us a lot of money. It is going to come very, very soon. You will have that channel where you will talk freely, and everything is on our own dedicated server, our own customized server, where nobody else. We build it by ourselves. So we have everything installed in code. So nobody have access to it. Nobody can interfere in what we're doing. And the broadcast, every broadcast will be coming from there. We are coming with the shocker. You know, they say if you allow Biafra to go, they will become China, they will become Japan. We are already showing that we are more than that. And Biafra is not just about a mind. You know, some people tell you Biafra is, we are making it a reality. I told Onyendu, if you do not have anything on the table, I will bring it to the table. I told Onyendu, if this Biafra you people are fighting is not real, I am going to make it real. I said, if the people I see with you are not fighting, I will drag everybody to Biafra. And believe me, I will go to any length to make it happen. And this year will be the beginning, for the very first time after 1967, that Biafra will be redeclared, restored here from diaspora, and we are carrying this Biafra to Biafra land after defense of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We Biafra, Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we Biafrans and give us a freedom. Oh Lord, have mercy on we Biafrans and give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet, we need our leader. We need our leader. Yeah, man.
Go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.